To know if an industrial three-phase motor is healthy and ready for production, or if it is broken, you have to test it. That diagnostic process happens in two distinct stages: a safe offline component test, followed by an online live power test under load. This diagnostic chart shows our ultimate goal. By the end of this process, we need to fill out all 5 sections with clean data to definitively prove the health of this motor. But before touching a single wire, there is an absolute safety prerequisite. You must visually verify that the main power supply to the motor is completely off and physically disconnected. Skipping that verification puts your life at risk. And skipping the offline baseline data makes the live power tests entirely useless. Step 1 is always securing the power. Our first stage is the offline continuity test. We are doing this to ensure the copper wires coiled inside the motor are intact and not physically broken. To start, take your multimeter and turn the dial specifically to the continuity setting, often marked by a small sound wave icon. Before testing the motor, calibrate the meter. Touch the red and black probes together. You should hear a clear beep and see a reading of 0 on the screen. This schematic shows the terminal block layout. Place probes on a matching pair of terminals to test a single winding. A continuous beep confirms the electrical path is unbroken. Next, cross-check by touching a mismatched terminal. The meter must remain completely silent. Repeat this for all 3 windings. If they all beep on their match and remain silent on the others, the internal paths are secure, and you have cleared the first diagnostic hurdle. Next is the resistance test. A winding might be unbroken, but we need to check for internal short circuits and ensure all 3 windings are perfectly balanced. You must manually change your multimeter dial to the 200 ohm setting. Do not leave it on continuity. We need precise numerical values now. Probe those same matching terminal pairs again. This time, carefully log the exact decimal value displayed on the screen for each of the 3 windings. A common mistake here is panicking over minor differences. If your readings are 17.4, 17.5, and 17.5, those tiny decimal variations are completely normal. This comparison chart shows the difference between normal variation and actual failure. Healthy values on the left are tightly grouped. On the right, a drop to 11.2 indicates a shorted winding. Log your 3 balanced values directly into your diagnostic chart. Confirmed. Balanced resistance guarantees the motor will distribute the electrical load evenly across its coils, preventing severe internal overheating. The final offline check is the earth test. We run this to ensure that none of the internal wires are touching the motor's outer metal shell, which creates a severe shock hazard. Switch your multimeter dial back to the continuity setting. Here is the exact probe placement you need. Hold one probe firmly on a winding terminal. Press the other probe directly into the bare metal exterior casing of the motor. Test all 3 windings this way. The validation rule here is strict. Your meter must stay completely silent. If you hear a beep, you have a deadly ground fault, and the motor is unsafe to use. Silence on all 3 windings means the casing is clean. Passing this final offline check is the strict safety requirement before applying live power. We are now moving to the online live power testing stage. Extreme caution is required moving forward. This wiring diagram illustrates a star configuration. Create this by physically linking 3 terminals on one side with shorting bars. Then connect the incoming live 3-phase supply wires to the remaining open terminals before turning the main power back on. Before you bring your multimeter near the live terminal block, you must switch the dial to the 600 volts AC setting. First, check the phase-to-phase voltage. Place your probes across the incoming live wires, phase 1 to phase 2, then 2 to 3, then 1 to 3. You are looking for a balanced reading, typically between 400 and 415 volts across all 3 pairs. Next, check phase to neutral. Measure the voltage between one live phase wire and the shorted star point you created earlier. This should yield roughly 230 to 240 volts for each phase. Logging tightly balanced phase-to-phase and phase-to-neutral voltages proves that the facility's power supply is healthy and the motor is receiving the correct electrical fuel. Our final diagnostic step is measuring the actual working current the motor draws under load. For this, we put away the multimeter and use a clamp meter. Turn your clamp meter dial to the 20 amps AC setting to prepare for the reading. Open the jaws of the meter and clamp them completely around just one of the live phase wires at a time. Record the reading, then move to the next wire. The validation criteria is straightforward. The amp draw across all 3 live phases must be nearly identical. For instance, 0.34, 0.33, and 0.34 amps. A balanced current draw proves the internal coils are efficiently converting that incoming electrical energy into physical mechanical energy without struggling or pulling uneven loads. Look at this fully populated diagnostic chart. We have unbroken continuity, tightly balanced resistance, 0 ground faults, steady incoming voltage, and an even current draw. When you collect data that aligns this perfectly across all 5 steps, you can definitively state that the motor is 100% healthy and ready for operation. Conversely, if you see major imbalances or failed checks in any of these rows, the unit is heavily compromised and must be immediately tagged for rebuild or sent directly to the scrap heap. Visual assumptions will get you into trouble on a factory floor. By systematically running these 5 tests and logging the precise data, you ensure industrial safety and eliminate the guesswork.